Because I mean, I sometimes think when I'm watching your social media and that, it's almost like you don't understand just how different you are, like how unique you are to actually have stepped in front of somebody with a machine gun to protect somebody, and then to have a leg amputated. And most people have been soul crushed. You went, nah, I'm going back. I want to keep serving. This is my mission. This is my passion. So you're the only person who's ever gone back with the level of amputation that you had, and you do these amazing things. You're inspiring so many people, and you just seem to accept it as part of my life. You're really unique in that. Do you think that resilience, that kind of, when they kept saying you needed more surgeries, you just got up and went, well, yeah, okay. Like, was it the work ethic you got from your parents? Was it that you knew you had this bigger mission rather than the injury didn't overwhelm as such?
Ian, man, you're just on fire. There's so much there to unpack. For one, yes, I am unique in the sense that I'm the only person that has completed certain tasks, and I've managed to complete some accomplishments under my condition as a one-legged guy that no one else has done before. So I recognize the uniqueness of that and of me. But to your point, I think I'm very deliberate about messaging that I'm not special in nature, that I possess some sort of skill or talent or capacity that is what enabled me to do these things that other people don't have. These were really nothing more than a whole series of really difficult choices that I just made in repetition day after day after day. So yes, I am unique, so to say, but um, there's no magic. There's no magic within me that allowed it to happen. These are options that we all have, and that's one of my missions is to loudly and aggressively scream that from the mountaintops. Is when you see the things that I've done, don't be starstruck and don't be amazed. You can certainly be appreciative, and I'm humbled and honored by that. But look at some of the things that I've done and just recognize that I'm a regular human being. And whatever it is that your mission is, or whatever adversity that you're dealing with, you can perhaps leverage some of the principles and philosophies and tools that I did to be able to be successful in your own life. That's what's most important. And then to answer kind of your follow on in terms of resilience and how did I keep going and just kind of brush things off? I'll tell you, there were countless times of frustration and failure and doubt and fear and setbacks and all that. I mean, it was a roller coaster ride. And there were plenty of times that I began to doubt myself and second guess what I had set my sights on. What was key, because I think that this is inevitable for anybody. It's going to happen, particularly when you set your sights on something quite large or quite unlikely. What was critical for me was being able to quickly get back up or refocus my mindset onto why I was doing what I was doing, and having such a connection with who I am and my purpose in life. That is what I continuously just grasp onto in those moments of weakness and pain and struggle and discomfort. Yes, this sucks right now, but there's a reason why you're going through this. And that reason is something bigger than this temporary moment of discomfort. Learn from it, get back up, and keep going. And then just do that again and again and again. And you will find a way to get to where you're trying to go.
Could you think that's what a lot of people struggle with? It's that moment where we initially go, oh, that's it, it's over. Like we get lost in the weeds. We rarely have a sense of what we want as men. So we struggle to have a mission. We struggle to have a plan of attack that most of us are just battering about day to day. We don't have you have set missions and parameters to follow. That most of us don't know what we want in life. So any bump kind of just knocks us for six.
I'll just focus on two things here. One, I think you're spot on. I think most lack a vision of the best version of themselves. They lack a vision of who they want to be, what they want to do. They lack a mission. They lack a clarity of a mission, which is why within my book and within a lot of stuff that I talk about as I'm consulting or speaking or engaging with people, it's like, what is the mission? What, without identifying that, it's going to be really difficult to find yourself in a place of happiness and success for one, but then also have that to grab onto when things start to get really hot. So if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. So having that direction and that vision, in my opinion, is absolutely critical. So there's that. And then also, yes, I mean, scientifically and according to the laws of biology and neurology and psychology and physiology, we as humans, our brain does a lot of things for us, a lot of things for us. But its number one responsibility and its highest priority is our survival. It wants to keep us alive. And therefore, we have these indicators that the brain signals us with in order to ensure or at least increase the likelihood of our survival. We know these indicators as pain, fear, general discomfort. This is when our brain's saying, like, whoa, like, let's not do that because it's dangerous. So there's a risk. I want to live as long as possible. I want to keep this organism going as long as possible. That's my number one priority here. Let's not jump off of the roof of this building. Or, let's not go for that extra rep on the squat, because if you fail, there's a chance of physical injury, but more than likely there's a chance of emotional damage because it hurts our pride, our ego, we're embarrassed. That has a very direct correlation to our actual health and wellness. So we have these alerts that's built in with us as human beings. So this is by definition normal. This is supposed to happen. Therefore, when we hit these moments of struggle, our brain is going to oftentimes be our greatest adversary because it's going to give us all these very convincing reasons, justifications, excuses as to why we should stay down or just pick a new direction, right? Like, this isn't the best time, or you know what, I haven't quite learned enough yet. Maybe I just need to pause, and I don't know, or they all start to sound really, really convincing. But this again is built within us on purpose. The brain wants us to stay in this comfort zone space. Like, medically, it's referred as homeostasis, where everything is very predictable and very repeatable and in line with longevity and survival. The challenge, and this is what makes life so difficult, is if we accept that to be true, we also then have to realize that there are going to be times when we have to ignore what our brain is telling us and instead listen to our heart and our soul and be willing to take that risk. And we hit these crossroads, Ian, countless times every single day. And although this is quite simple, it's anything but easy. This is really difficult. But I do think that when we're deliberate about when we take that risk and we're very operational about how we do it and analytical, our risk calculus process begins to speed up and get more efficient and more accurate to equip us to not only make those decisions faster in real time, but also assume more risk where we can listen to our heart and soul without being reckless.